Hi. What's up, y'all? Good morning. It's nice to see you guys. I hope y'all are having a positive and productive day. For me, it's Tuesday at 8 a.m., March 25th. And baby, we just got back from spring break. I'm a grad student, and this past spring break has been work. Literally, I don't know why, and this is for all my teachers and professors. Don't wait until spring break to give your students the biggest assignments. Don't do that. Like, that's so insidious. Like, why would you do that? Why? I was supposed to have a break, and it ended up being a work overload. I don't get it. But anyways, we're finding ways to manage our stress. We're dealing with it, dealing with every problem, dealing with every assignment one by one, taking it easy, taking it step by step. We're not letting it stress us out because we're adults now. We can't go in the corner and bawl. We gotta push through, and we will. As long as we keep that in our mind, we will always push through. Today, I wanted to talk about the power of discernment. This topic is so important to me and so vital and so essential. And it has been so essential in my growth, in my journey, in my life, in my everyday, literally every day. I know life can get chaotic. I know it's difficult with all the noise for us to listen and to tone into that inner voice. But I'm telling you, once you do, it's so much power. So much power. I would first like to start off by saying the inner voice that I'm talking about, it has got me out of that toxic household. It has got me out of that toxic relationship. It has honestly got me out of the toxic job. Like, this discernment has led me and has not led me wrong at all. And I'm still going to follow it. I would first like to give a foundation on discernment. Discernment is the ability to make insightful judgment, perceive differences, and distinguish between what is true and false, right and wrong, beneficial or harmful. It involves a keen awareness and sensitivity that helps you evaluate situations, people, or ideas with clarity and wisdom. Discernment is often associated with wisdom, intuition, and understanding, allowing individuals to make decisions that align with their goals and values. Sometimes, like I said, in our day-to-day, it gets chaotic. We have bills, we have family, we have obligations, we have responsibilities. So it can get very difficult to just sit down with yourself and listen to what you really want out of life, what you want to achieve. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could get very difficult to do that, but it's vital. It's vital for any type of growth. I grew up in a toxic household, abusive household. I'm a gay black man growing up in a straight black household. Baby, so many issues, so chaotic. And for me, learning the language around discernment, learning to trust myself, learning to listen to my intuitions, it's like a muscle. It was like a muscle. And at such a young age, like, it took time for me to develop that muscle and build it. But when I started to develop it and build it, baby, it saved me. It saved me so much time, so much energy, so much life. You know what I'm saying? Like, it definitely allowed me to save myself. Like, this discernment allowed me to save myself from many situations where I felt I wasn't cared for properly, many situations where I felt like I was being abused in any way. My discernment was expressed by looking around at the conditions of everybody around me, not just physically, but mentally, spiritually. Everybody in that household was not okay for me. So the results were not something that I would aspire. Like living in that household, there was nothing that I could look up to and be like, I want to be like him. I want to be like him. I want to be like him. So my discernment was telling me at the time, like my inner voice was telling me, you need to find somebody who you aspire to be, somebody who inspires you, somebody who pushes you to the next level, because everybody in this household doesn't do that. So you did what you had to do. You focused on school, you got out of the household, you went to college, and you did it like that. Now with that relationship, like I said, the relationship, I realized that this man doesn't even listen to me. You know what I'm saying? My inner voice told me that. All of these things were because of my inner voice. You know what I'm saying? Just like any talent, just like any skill, it's like a muscle. You got to develop it. Discernment is important because if you genuinely take the time to listen to your inner voice, it can save you a lot of time in the long run. I feel like it's amazing. Honestly, it's amazing. Honestly. Discernment can be a tool that you use to build the life that you want. Listen to every little thing that your body says. And when it came to that job, my discernment told me that this is not the place for you. This place does not appreciate you. You have to go. Your discernment it signals. It's like red flags. You know what I'm saying? Like when you have red flags, your body signals, your body notices it. Now you're asking, how could you implement this into your life? Silence. Allowing yourself to be okay with silence is so important. You have to allow yourself to sit with yourself, sit with your thoughts, sit with everything sit with yourself as a whole individual, a whole being. Because a lot of people can't even do that. It's so sad, but a lot of people today can't even sit with themselves and think and sit with their thoughts. Everybody needs that noise to cover up, whatever. People don't want to sit with themselves. They want that noise to distract themselves from the reality. The best way to get in tune with your discernment is to sit with yourself, sit with your thoughts, sit in silence. I promise you, something will come out of that. Something will. You will hear a voice, you will hear some direction, you will hear something. Just sit with yourself, whether it's for 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 60 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Like sit with yourself in silence and see what could come out of that. Because a lot of people avoid it. Allow you to properly articulate and understand your thoughts. Understanding and articulating both your thoughts and feelings is just as important and will reinforce any decisions that you need to make, any big decisions that you have to make, any moves that you need to make in your life. Literally sitting with yourself and talking to yourself. I feel like talking to yourself is valid. I don't know. I think that is so valid. Literally talking to yourself. I love it. People think I'm crazy. People look at me all the time and see that I'm talking to myself and think that I'm crazy. And I think it's valid. I think when you are in tune with yourself, when you love yourself, when you are in tune with that discernment, yes, you're going to talk to yourself and you're not going to care who is looking, because baby, this is an A-B conversation. This is not for you. And discernment also can help you whenever you feel stuck. I know in this life we could feel stuck in a lot of different ways. We could feel stuck with our growth. We could feel stuck in our relationships. I feel like sitting down with yourself and sitting in the silence will help you understand and find a solution to that issue, to any issue. I believe that there is a God in all of us, and I believe that discernment is our inner God. I believe God is within us, and I believe that discernment is the inner God to navigate, to help you navigate this world with all the chaos, with everything that's going on. Honestly. I hope you guys get in tune with your discernment. I hope that this video helps you to understand the importance of your inner voice. Everybody has their own inner voice. Everybody's inner voice is not telling everybody the same thing. Everybody's inner voice is telling everybody specific movements, specific steps for you personally, not for nobody else. You know? It's your inner voice. Listen to your inner voice. Y'all listen to everything else. Y'all listen to the podcast. Y'all listen to YouTube videos. Y'all are listening to me. And I'm telling you, y'all are even listening to me. And I'm telling you, listen to that inner voice. Sit with yourself and figure out what you want to do with your life. Figure out what you want to do next. Figure out everything. I mean, I feel like that inner voice is so important.